Welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is Taylor, and today we'll be doing a weekly reading vlog focusing on fantasy reads because it is fantasy fall. But before I open the video, remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you love all things books. I am starting this vlog on Labor Day with the goal of trying to finish 3 books this week, but we'll see if that happens. I think we'll likely maybe make it through 2 if we're lucky. I don't know. Fall is the time for fantasy, and fantasy tends to be long. I will also say I didn't realize that this week when I planned to film this was also the week that my brother and my father also took off work. So if you hear any loud noise in the background, it's because my dad can't play anything on a normal, reasonable volume. So that's just going to have to stay in there. But I have 3 books from my September TBR that I picked out. You should have seen my September TBR prompts with my September TBR a few weeks ago, so you'll probably see them on there. But I have 3 options. They all kind of end up in a black and purple color scheme, so I guess it works out well for the fall, like, gothic season. So our options for this week are Long Live Evil by Sarah Reese Brennan. This is a story following our FMC who is really obsessed with this particular fantasy world, and one day she gets sucked into it, but instead of becoming the hero or the side character or the NPC situation, she becomes the villain, and she says, well, I'm gonna live it to my fullest potential because I'm pretty sure she wants to save herself from dying. Then up we have Belladonna by Adeline Grace. This is a gothic YA fantasy following Signa. She essentially has the ability to see the dead as far as I know, and then one day she starts interacting with death itself. And I think a little relationship sparks there. I'm not 100% sure, but that's the vibe or what I have been told via review, so that one's a good one. Then this last one, I have no earthly idea what it is. It's by Kendare Blake. It's called 3 Dark Crowns. I know it is the start of a, I think, 4-book series. I read Anna Dressed in Blood for my last fantasy reading vlog last fall, and it was really interesting, like, YA horror situation. If you were liking Scooby-Doo vibes, I feel like that one would give it to you. So I don't know much about this one going in. According to the back, it says, in every generation on the island of Finburn, a set of triplets is born. 3 queens, all equal heirs to the crown, and each possessor of a coveted magic. Mirabella is an elemental able to spark hungry flames or vicious storms at the snap of her fingers. Catherine is a poisoner, one who can ingest the deadliest poisons without so much as a stomachache. Arsenault, a naturalist, is said to have the ability to bloom the reddest rose and control the fiercest of lions. But becoming the queen crowned isn't solely a matter of royal birth. Each sister has to fight for it, and it's not just a game of win or lose. It's life or death. The night the sisters turn 16, the battle begins. The last queen standing gets the crown. Oh, we about to have family feud, family drama about to take place here. Interesting. I mean, this says that it's, it's a 5-book series. So how long does this feud last? How long does this feud last? I don't know. But I am going to go work on a few things. I'm editing some videos for this channel and my other channel, Taylor Made Pop Culture. Man's Best Friend just came out this last weekend, so that video is up on there. If you're interested in my Sabrina Carpenter thoughts, just to let you know right now. My favorite songs are Tears, Goodbye, and House Tour. If that changes, you'll see on the other channel, but that's not the focus of this channel. So I will come back a little bit later once I have started the first book for this vlog, and I will let you know which one I picked. First check-in, which is I'm only a chapter in so far. But you know what? If I had read the back, I would have been prepared for finding out that this girlie is dying in the first chapter. And the reason she gets sucked into this mystical, magical world is because she makes a deal to try and save her life. Why was I close to tears in the first chapter alone? Like, come on. Like, she is eldest daughter, like, protector. Obviously, that's gonna get me. Like, come on. So essentially, from what I've gathered, Ray, who is our FMC here, she has been dealing or battling cancer for the last 3 years since she was 17, and she's basically on her last legs. And she and her sister have bonded over her sister's favorite fantasy series, Time of Iron, where there's a bunch of complex characters, and the book is known as basically a book where everyone dies. And Ray's favorite character is, in fact, the Emperor, who's kind of this anti-hero villain-like character. So one night when she thinks that she's being delusional, a being appears herself in Ray's hospital room and tells her that she will let her enter the realm of Time of Iron, and she will essentially take on the persona of whoever she matches the most, and it is her goal to find this like flower of life or death to like give herself back. And then of course when Rey enters there, she is entering as the evil stepsister. The evil stepsister. Which, it's funny, I think Rey kind of knew that she was going to be the villain character, because she always praised like the villain character. She likes the more gory, like tortured soul arc. And yeah, and let's just say the evil stepsister, in fact, does not have a good ending in the original series. So it's going to be interesting to see how Rey's story, pans out, especially since she also has to, while she's in the story, find this magical flower, which could be like so off from the original character storyline. I don't know, but yeah, I was not expecting to be crying in the first round. So yeah, I'm probably gonna pick this up later tonight because I have an urge to finish My Life with the Walter Boys, because I started it and I got to like episode 5 and I haven't finished it. Although episode 5, the ending pissed me off because we were on such a good trajectory of friends. And then Alex and I'm forgetting the female main character's name. I'm not gonna remember it in the next, 30 seconds. Spoiler alerts. Had to go and kiss, and I'm like, damn it. I'm so attached to Alex with his best friend that I'm just like, are you really gonna drag this out? Which I know they are, because there's a 3rd season coming, but still, I would like some more moments with Kala. Maybe I'll update you that. But yeah, it's hair wash night, so I'm probably gonna go wash this hair in a couple hours, and I'm going to wrap up My Life with the Walter Boys. And it is Tuesday afternoon, or around noon. It's 12:51. I have officially finished editing my Sabrina Carpenter reaction video, so that is currently what I'm looking at. This is what I'm currently looking at as it is currently finishing editing. And of course, Man's Best Friend has been on repeat. And to follow up from last night, I did finish My Life with the Walter Boys. I was actually further along in the series than I originally remembered. And all I know is, yes, does this season feel like a rinse and repeat of season 1? Yes. Did we end at the end of the season where we kind of ended last season? Absolutely. Did I see a lot of things coming? Yes. Am I still absolutely frustrated that we really didn't get a Cole and Jackie true romantic scene or love confession until the last 5 minutes of the series? Yes. Also, I guess spoiler alert here. But yeah, that's where we stand. Season 3 is to come. Maybe Alex will come to his senses eventually and not be with Jackie and be with his best friend, but you never know. Moving on to the book. I am officially on chapter 6, so I finished 5 chapters as of yesterday night. This one, basically so far we've got our exposition. She has entered the fantasy realm. She's settling into her new body, the body of the character that she's taking on, which you can see on the cover. Also, I'm going to point out, the cover and like the storyline, yes, very Reputation coded, very Look What You Made Me Do music video coded. I have a feeling if you're looking for like a Taylor Swift Reputation book rec, this is probably on the vibes. But essentially when she's getting settled in her body, obviously after 3 years of like cancer treatment, her body had withered away. So now she's got a new body and she has started to assemble her team of villains. Is it necessarily a smart idea? Because, villains are always out for themselves. So she may be, digging herself into a hole, but that's where she is. And she's managed to keep herself alive another day. And that's sort of where we're at so far. I will say, if you're not a fan of modern language used in a story, this might not be for you, because she very much so interjects a very Gen Z language like eat the rich, AF. Not that eat the rich is very Gen Z, but it's very more modern term to come around within the last couple decades. She says AF and all that. I was laughing out loud. Like laughing out loud. I don't know if I'm laughing at the absurdity of the book or if it's actually just good, genuine comedy. I don't know. But I guess we'll see after I get further along into it.
It's like 11:30 at night. I am about to go to bed in like 30 minutes. But remember how I said this was Reputation coded and how there's a lot of pop culture references in here? This girl just said, sorry, but the old Rahela can't come to the phone right now. I'm not a cringer, but the amount of things that are woven into this that are so modern pop culture and slang, I don't know how I feel about it, and I usually don't have a problem with it. but it's just so laugh out loud funny and so, I don't know, but I just needed to pop in and say, yep, definitely reputation coded.
So I didn't film anything on Wednesday yesterday because it was more of my off day. I was doing laundry. It was my baking day. I made these Tri-Spice like oatmeal cookies. I'm trying to teach myself or get myself back into like learning how to cook from scratch. And that was the recipe I was trying yesterday. They were fine. They're not my favorite. I think my friend who's born in the fall really loves fall flavors. And while I can get down with a few, I'm just not huge into fall spice things, so wasn't gonna be my favorite. But next week will be a pumpkin loaf, so we'll see how that goes. And yeah, so today I'm about 60%. I think I'm 61% according to my calculations through Long Live Evil, so we beat the halfway mark. So far it's really good. We're going back and forth between characters and getting a lot of insight. I will say, this is a spoiler alert, so if you don't want this, the musical scene interjection, what that I was reading that like, what the hell is going on? Like what? I mean, it's really truly an absurdist story with a lot of like emotional moments weaved in throughout, and there are certain characters that I would really like to get their POV from, because I'm like, I need to know more about you, particularly the character of Key, because I'm like, what is the mystery, sir? But it definitely is holding me. So yeah, I guess I'll update you. I don't know if I'll finish it tonight, but I'll definitely finish it tomorrow, Friday. And my brother got us reservations for a new restaurant that we haven't tried. Well, it's not super, well, maybe a year old in town. We like to try every new restaurant. We made an admission a year or two ago to try and expand our palates. And when I looked at the menu for this one, it does have some vegan, vegetarian options for me. So hopefully they have some stuff. I have my dietitian meeting or checkup tomorrow, so hopefully I don't do anything that messes up my stomach. But I'll let you know if I get further in, or if I finish it tonight, what my final thoughts are.
I finished the book. I did sort of call the ending. I saw some of these coming, but 4.5 stars. 4.5 stars. I am sweating in my car because for some reason I decided to finish this in a hot car because I had 30 pages left. And yeah, so that's the first book done. I am going to move on to Belladonna next. So we'll see y'all in the next one. But I do need to eat because I have not eaten at my scheduled time. I have scheduled times to eat per my dietitian, and I missed that because I had a dietitian's appointment. So yeah, I will see y'all when we start the next one.
It is Saturday. I don't know really how much I'm going to be filming today, but obviously you saw in the last clip that I finished Long Live Evil, and that was a fun time. But now we're moving on to a YA gothic fantasy in Belladonna. So in this story, we're following Signa, and she cannot die, she can see spirits, and she can interact with the incorporeal being that is death. So this is actually on Kindle Unlimited, so I am actually reading it on my Kindle because I need a break from the lights at night. And sometimes reading physically can be bad for my headaches when it gets real bright at night. But so far, I think I'm like 17% through the book so far. And Signa's having a rough time. She's kind of, ever since her parents died, she's been batted between multiple different relatives who've all died. So now she has this stigma around her that any relative or person that she is around is cursed to die in her presence. And she is really internalizing this, and it's making her hate death as a being. And she's just constantly being like, death is so cruel and everything, even though she is literally doomed to constantly interact with death itself. So she has arrived at Thorngrove, her latest housing situation, and recently the lady of the house has died. Here her widow is throwing parties trying to get over the pain, and her daughter is deathly ill right now with the same disease that her mother had that no one knows what it is. And right now all Signa is hoping to have a normal life, so when she gets her inheritance she can move off and, you know, live the life of a lady of society that she's longed for since she's always been sort of an outcast in society. But something tells me things are about to go awry. So I'm curious to see. So far, I'm not getting 5-star feelings from it, but she's cute. She's cute. I'll give her that so far. Even though we're almost at that 20% mark, it feels like we're still stuck in an exposition phase. So I really need to know. We have been introduced to some characters that I'm eyeing up. I'm like, you seem suspicious. It feels like something's about to go down with your character. But I'll let you know more when we get further along in the book.
So it's about 10:15 On Sunday night, I have my first apple cider of the season in hand. It is not alcoholic, but apple cider is in fact one of my favorite drinks. This mug, at this point I should just get the buttercup mug because I have both Blossom and Bubbles, but the green just doesn't appeal to me. But yeah, love it, love it. This is the mood. We're sitting down to get ready for the VMAs. So excited for that. I am over 40% of the way through Belladonna right now. I don't think I will finish the book in this video. I'll let you know in the morning for my final update and thoughts. But so far, the romance, she's kicking in, she's kicking in. She and her fights with death. Plus, I'm catching up some of the, like, there's a mystery going on in here, but I'm looking at some of these characters and I have thoughts and I have theories. But I'll let you know all about that in the morning because the VMAs is going to take up most of my night.
So this little fantasy reading vlog, week-long reading vlog has come to an end. We finished 1.5 books. So obviously, Long Live Evil, really enjoyed this one. The more I sit on it, I wonder if it's a 5-star, but then I remember the musical scene and I'm like, probably not. And as of right now, I'm close to the midway mark of Belladonna. Because of the VMAs last night, I didn't actually end up reading. You know, I kind of just watched VMAs, showered, went to bed, so on and so forth. But so far, I'm really enjoying this, and I'm sure I'll finish it before this video goes out, so I will put the final rating on the screen. But yeah, this has been a fun little week. It's been exciting to get back into reading again after feeling like this past year or so, really since the end of last year, some of my reading has kind of fallen off in favor of other things and due to all other personal reasons coming into my life. So let me know what you thought of these books. What books would you like me to see talking about next? And I will see y'all in the next vlog, which is a fun one because I have a cute little idea around it.